Continue watching the rest of the video to see exactly how feral pigs are an invasive species in the United States. Feral pigs pose a serious threat to the U.S. agricultural economy. According to estimates by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, feral pigs cause about $2.5 billion in damage to U.S. agriculture each year. They are omnivores and are capable of eating many crops such as corn, wheat, soybeans, and wild vegetables, causing great loss. American farmers' worries come not only from the growth of weeds, but also from the significant presence of feral pigs in their fields. When they checked the map, they saw that wild pigs had invaded and destroyed their fields in just a few hours. White marks in the fields are a sign that the planting plan has been destroyed, and many corn plants have been broken and lying underground. This increases the burden on farmers and causes great losses to agricultural production. Wild boars are animals that reproduce very quickly. Each litter can give birth to 6 to 12 cubs per year. This leads to a rapid increase in the number of wild boars. Wild boars and hybrid pigs often dig holes and destroy land, causing land degradation and reducing the productivity of that land. By using their snouts to dig in the ground to find food, this behavior is called rooting and is one of their most destructive habits. When they uproot trees, they destroy vegetation, disrupt soil processes, increase erosion, and reduce water quality. All of these impacts are costly to landowners. Another negative behavior is when they bask in humid and hot areas to cool off and avoid insect bites. This leads to the formation of large puddles in the forests where they live, creating holes created by wild boars and rainwater. Wild species are highly adaptable and can survive in a variety of habitat conditions, so it is not surprising that they can also colonize urban areas and cities. They often take advantage of greenery in urban spaces as shelter and pathways for movement. Using their noses to explore areas on school grounds and roadside flowers, they search for food in lawns that have remained intact since the trash they pulled out. polluting the area due to the high concentration of residents. Managing wildlife in cities is a particular challenge. They are also a threat to humans and livestock, capable of attacking and causing injury. Their ferocity and ability to attack humans and livestock make them the most dangerous invasive species to American communities. In this situation, we need to talk about the diseases that all these wild boars bring. As a nuisance walk, first of all, we must mention African swine fever, ASF. Fortunately, this disease is not transmitted to humans, but it can cause major economic losses to the pig industry. Imagine your bacon and everything related to pigs being completely banned because of African swine fever. To solve the problem of wild boars, people use hunting methods. The original purpose of hunting wild boars was to maintain natural balance, but they have become a worrying threat to agriculture and the environment. Managing and controlling their numbers is an important task to protect our lives and livelihoods. So what do you think about how Americans are dealing with the wild boar problem? Leave number 1 if you agree with the hunting method. Otherwise, leave number 0 and share your opinion in the comments section below. In recent years, wild fox populations in the United States have increased rapidly by millions, causing concern and fear among people, especially farmers. The problem is getting worse, with estimates from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency putting the wild fox population at between 3.5 and 7 million. Leave number 1 in the comments and get started with me now. This poses a difficult problem for the community, requiring effective management and handling measures to solve this problem. International wild foxes possess high flexibility and adaptability, allowing them to move through all types of terrain from forests, grasslands to streets. This behavior not only increases the risk of entering residential areas, but also threatens pets and human health. The breeding season of wild foxes usually begins in January and lasts until March. Each litter usually has 4 to 6 cubs with a high reproductive rate. A female fox can give birth to up to 2 cubs per day, leading to rapid population growth. They'd often take advantage of burrows and climbing skills to find places to live and defend. To penetrate residential areas, wild foxes can even jump over walls, creating significant challenges for the community. People often leave food in the suburbs at night, attracting wild foxes and other wildlife, increasing the risk of intrusion into their daily lives. Wild foxes not only hunt prey such as rabbits, mice, and birds, but also attack large livestock, affecting livestock productivity. More worryingly, they can also carry infectious diseases such as rabies, endangering the health of both humans and animals. The process of trapping wild foxes in the city is organized and carried out systematically, often by competent authorities such as the Department of Animal Health or the Department of Forestry. This process does not stop at simply setting traps, but also includes many important steps to ensure effectiveness in controlling and reducing the number of wild foxes. First of all, determining where to place traps is an important step, especially in areas where wild foxes are most likely to occur, such as home gardens and landfills. This process requires a deep understanding of wild fox behavior and ecology to optimize their attraction to traps. Next, preparing the trap is another important step. There are two main types of wild fox traps: cage traps and clip traps. The cage trap works like a cage with a door that opens to the front, while the lick trap uses the jaws to catch the fox. The choice between the two types of traps often depends on the specific characteristics of the trap area and the ecology of the wild foxes there. Trapping is not just about choosing the location or type of trap. but also involves how to set the trap to most effectively attract wild foxes. Traps should be placed in areas where wild foxes are active, such as food or shelter. Strategic trapping can increase the likelihood of capturing wild foxes and reduce unwanted harassment. Another important factor influencing the effectiveness of fox trapping is how often the trap is tested, to ensure that the trap is not only initially effective, but also remains effective over time. Ensuring fox traps are checked at least once a day is an important measure to prevent their spread. This ensures that if any wild foxes become trapped, they are dealt with immediately, preventing their spread. The effectiveness of fox trapping depends not only on technical factors such as location, trap type, and frequency of inspection, but also on a deep understanding of the ecology and behavior of wild foxes. Model research from the University of California, Davis has shown that the use of cage traps can reduce wild fox populations in cities by up to 70%. This is testament to the effectiveness of wild fox trapping strategies, especially when using methods built on extensive research and understanding of fox hunting and invasive behavior. Consider fox trapping not just a simple task, but part of a comprehensive strategy designed to reduce fox numbers and control their invasion. This process requires diligent, careful planning and special attention to ecological factors. Hunting begins with an assessment of the invasiveness of the wild fox population in that area. Experts need to assess the extent of damage caused to the environment and agriculture, as well as the impact on native flora and fauna. This provides an important information base to determine further hunting plans. Planning your hunt is the next important step. The location, facilities, and safety measures must be carefully defined. The goal is to ensure hunting is safe and effective, while minimizing negative impacts on the environment. Deciding on hunting equipment is an important part, depending on the terrain, environmental conditions, and availability of each option. Before starting each hunt, identifying a specific target is necessary to avoid unwanted situations, such as shooting unnecessary animals. for long-term control of fox populations. Reducing food sources and improving their habitat can be effective measures. However, dealing with invasive fox populations in Australia is facing challenges and requires appropriate treatment measures from farms. Hi everybody! In many countries around the world, wild boar populations are increasing rapidly, such as in Italy, where the wild boar population has increased many times over the past year. So how do farmers and hunters in Italy deal with millions of wild animals? Let's explore with Catfarmer now. If you are ready and excited about this content, leave number 1 below in the comments to let me know. Wild boar populations in Italy, Canada, and the United States are growing strongly, posing challenges in managing wildlife populations. In Italy, the wild boar population has almost doubled in the past decade, reaching 1 million in 2022 from 500,000 in 2010. Similarly, in Canada, the number has increased from 100,000 in 2000 to more than 1 million in 2010. Meanwhile, in the United States, wild boar populations have increased from 10 million in 2000 to more than 25 million in 2022. The sudden increase in wild boar populations in Italy is mainly due to the development of abandoned agricultural land, providing additional food sources and shelter for wild boars. However, this increase also brings negative consequences. Wild boars are a threat to animal agriculture and transport in Italy. They often damage crops by eating grass seeds and other crops, causing great damage to agriculture. Furthermore, wild boars also injure livestock, especially piglets, and cause traffic accidents when crossing the road. According to the Italian Farmers Organization, known as Cinghiale Selvatico wild boars, especially red wild boars, cause €100 million in damage each year to the agricultural sector in Italy. This includes losses from crop destruction due to livestock attacks and traffic accidents in rural areas, especially in hard-hit regions such as Lazio, Campania, and Puglia. Hunting wild boar is an important strategy used to control this animal population in Italy. Hunting takes place year-round, but is subject to government regulations. There are 2 main types of hunting practiced in Italy. The first type is seasonal hunting, which usually takes place from September to December, when wild boars are most active. This allows hunters to use a variety of means, such as hunting tools and traps, to confront wild boar populations. The second type is government-planned hunting, which takes place in areas where wild boars cause the most damage. However, before applying hunting methods, Italian farmers often take initial measures, such as planting plants that are not attractive to wild boars, building sturdy fences, and choosing fruit and vegetable crops, suitable tubers. However, these measures are often not effective enough to control wild boar populations. How do you like to hunt? Please leave your opinion in the comments section below to let us know. Success in controlling wild boar requires cooperation between farmers and hunters, with measures such as trapping and fumigation deployed to minimize the impact of wild boar. Hunting. With about 100,000 wild boars captured by 2022 according to CER, is the main method. Organizations are ready to carry out night hunting. Managing wild boar populations and minimizing damage to agriculture and urban areas is becoming a major challenge, especially in rural areas. However, this condition also occurs in urban areas, especially when wild boar is infested. According to information from the Italian Farmers Organization, the South Central region, especially Lazio, Campania, and Puglia was identified as the site of many hunting events during the Wild War and had the highest concentration of wild hunting. Wildlife warfare and hunting are important management measures to control wild boar populations. Hunting activities are often organized by groups of hunters, with a number of 5 to 10 people, divided into small teams. Before starting, groups of hunters meet to plan, determine hunting times and areas, as well as safety measures using flashlights and thermal locators. Wild boars in the hunting area. Hunters will use high-quality hunting tools to ensure effectiveness. When all wild boars have been destroyed, large carcasses are collected and brought back. However, wild boar hunting also carries risks, such as the risk of traffic accidents due to wild boars moving near the road at night. They can also attack people if they feel threatened, and hunting gear can affect other animals, such as coyotes and rodents. In addition to hunting, farmers and hunters also use traps to catch wild boars. Trapping usually takes place during the day when they are less active. When captured wild boars are detected, they will be harvested and eliminated. This process extends from rural areas to urban areas, helping to protect farmers' vegetation and property from destruction by wild boars. While trapping is an effective way to control wild boar populations, it also faces challenges. Wild boar are able to avoid traps. Sometimes they can catch other animals, such as wolves and rodents. To optimize results, technical collaboration and coaching are key. At the same time, compliance with safety regulations and countermeasures will help ensure that night hunting in Italy is effective and safe. Farmers are still researching other measures to reduce the number of wild boars and protect communities. Some solutions include reducing food sources for wild boars by planting unattractive plants. Unattractive planting can significantly reduce wild boar interest in areas. These measures not only help protect agriculture, but also minimize damage to urban and rural communities. Additionally, regular trash collection, especially in rural and suburban areas, is also an effective way to reduce food intake for these animals. Litter is often an easily accessible food source, and removing it helps reduce pressure from wildlife, reducing the pressure being placed on new research and measures being developed. continuously improve the management and control of wild boars, American farmers have implemented a number of precision measures. They have held feral hog hunting competitions in various areas across the country, such as Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Iowa. Such hunting events not only help control wild boar populations, but also serve as a recreational activity for local communities. Did people kill them all 2023 contest in Texas is an interesting example of a wild boar hunting contest. Organized by a reputable company. This competition attracts the interest and participation of many hunting teams across the United States. The competition requires teams to hunt wild boar and is divided into three important parts with three categories. The individual category emphasizes the individual. The hunter who hunts the most wild boars wins the team category, and there is a challenge for participating teams in which the team that hunts the most wild boars wins. Finally, the biggest wild BS category is about which hunter caught the heaviest wild boar. The prizes for these categories are quite attractive, with the individual category reaching $110,000, the team category $20,000, and the biggest wild BS category reaching $50,000. The Kill Them All 2023 competition attracted the participation of more than 100 wild boar hunting teams from across the United States and was considered a great success with a total of more than 800 wild boar hunted. Although the contest attracted large participation and was considered a success, it also caused controversy. Some people argue that the competition is cruel and unnecessary, since animals have to deal with their environment. However, supporters of the competition say this is an effective way to control the wild boar population, while also providing entertainment for the hunting and fishing community. Specific rules for wild boar hunting competitions are essential to ensure safety and proper management. For the Texas example, each participating team must have at least 2 members, and they must possess a valid hunting license and comply with Texas hunting regulations. This helps ensure that the competition takes place safely and legally. In Oklahoma, the Godzilla Jungle Monkey Hunting Contest applies similar rules. Participating teams must have at least 2 members, ensure they have a valid hunting license, and comply with state hunting regulations. This not only helps ensure safety during the competition, but also plays an important role in controlling the wild boar population. While the competition brings entertainment to the community, it also contributes to wildlife control efforts, especially when wild boar numbers increase and cause damage to agriculture. The competition is not only an entertainment event, but also an effective measure to protect the environment and ensure sustainability for the state's future. In addition to the competition, farmers have also applied various measures, such as building fences around farms and residential areas to prevent the intrusion of wild boars. However, this requires not only financial resources, but also high technical knowledge to build a strong fence that can withstand strong attacks from wild animals. The diversity in the application of countermeasures has demonstrated the creativity of farmers in facing the challenge of wild boars. Solidarity and dedication from all sides of the community are key to protecting agriculture, the environment, and ensuring the safety and sustainability of surrounding communities. But also champions of the environment and sustainability of the entire state of Texas. Perhaps we can learn from them about their spirit of determination and ability to find solutions in difficult contexts. Are there any other measures to deal with wild boars that you know of? Share your thoughts below in the comments section if you know of any method that we haven't mentioned or any new method. Now, before we continue this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for any of our upcoming videos. Now, keep watching. Texas farmers have implemented a key strategy to combat the relentless cruelty of feral hogs by using hunting dogs to chase them away. This is a time-tested method that has been used effectively to reduce the number of these destructive organisms on farms. In particular, cooperation with large and powerful hunting dogs has brought positive results. Dog breeds have been trained to hunt wild boars. They are capable of tracking and chasing pigs effectively, creating pressure and spreading panic in the population. Even though this is a natural and traditional method, it continues to be used with remarkable results. However, the use of hunting dogs requires careful management to ensure effectiveness and safety. Ensuring that these dogs are properly trained and do not pose a threat to humans or pets poses a series of challenges related to the maintenance and management of hunting dog breeds. One thing is certain: the fight against feral swine in Texas requires creativity and diversity in applying a variety of strategies. Texas farmers have shown patience and fortitude in their efforts to address this situation and conserve and protect their Texas farms and surrounding environment. Farmers have also adopted measures to hunt wild boars, an important part of their strategy to deal with this animal. In particular, the control of wild boar populations and the development of wild boar meat markets have created opportunities for Texas farmers not only to protect their farms, but also to capitalize on income from sales. Forest pork, technical management, and ensuring that feral hog numbers do not exceed necessary levels is also an important part of maintaining the species as it exists in Texas. So, with these solutions already working to prevent the growth of populations of some invasive species, do you believe there is a better solution? If so, please share your comments and opinions below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support our channel and follow upcoming videos. Finally, share this video with all your friends so they can watch and enjoy it too.